And welcome to the Graham Clark Coaches Show. I'm your host, Tom Taylor. Again, on a great sitting out here on the patio at Biggie's right across the Putt Puddle Stone Drive in Kingsport. And as we've told you each week, in behind us is a great setting of Bays Mountain Park. And what a neat place to come over and hang out. Again, great food on Tuesdays, 2 for 1. And we'll talk to Shane about what's going on in this great facility. Of course, we're getting closer to Christmas, and the Blackbird Lounge, again, still available for you to rent at 765-9633 is the number to call. Hey, our show is brought to you by Diane Hill's. Got a brand new listing in a very cool part of Kingsport. We'll tell you all about that. Her brand new listing with Southern Dwellings. Also, Brian Hayworth and Hayworth Tire. Our good friend Dr. Patrick Riggins, Associate Orthopedics of Kingsport. And cross country, More Than a Mortgage. Our friend Russell Street sponsors the Graham Clark Coaches Show. Coach, good evening, my friend. Rain, lightning delays. Bears were up here last Friday night, and when the smoke cleared, it was a heck of a football game, but came out on the short end of the stick.
2 lightning delays. Second time we went out on the field and got sent back in. First time we had been out on the field briefly. We'd been out there for warm-ups and got sent back in. I think about everybody had them. We had lightning before the game, and both teams got lit up like my uncle used to on Aquavelva back in the day. It was like tiki torches on the 4th of July. Man, I mean, there was just points scored galore. Cole Copeland, their quarterback, had an unbelievable night throwing the football. There were times that we were hip-to-hip with their receivers. Most of their receivers' hips were higher than ours were. But he did a tremendous job. Our coverage at times was really good. And then at times it wasn't great. Tremendously difficult to get pressure on him. Very elusive young man. If he's wanted by the FBI, he's avoiding them, because he can avoid anybody right now. And then, we're matching them. Scores 28-28. We get them stopped. They punt to us. Ball brushes up against our leg on punt return, and young man fighting, trying to get a block, and the ball just kind of rolls back and hits his leg. That's a tough break. 2 red zone turnovers for us. We got down 35-28, got it back with 1 minute and 12 seconds left in the first half and drove right down the field, and then had a turnover. And that's easy to look at your quarterback and say, well, he shouldn't have thrown that ball. Well, we missed a couple of blocks up front, too. I wish he hadn't thrown that ball. If I could have tackled him, I would have. And then they had the ball first in the second half. So then it goes 42-28, and then it goes 42-35, and, man, it just another red zone turnover for us. So, and that red zone turnover, I'll be the first to sit up in here and say was a very poor call on my part. We were trying to get out of it. We couldn't. They gave us a coverage they hadn't given us all night. And so they got us on that one. Sometimes they cheat. We got to just sit back. We got to get better. We got to get better stopping folks. We got to get better tackling. And we've got fall break this week, and we've been coming out at 9 o'clock and had 2 great days of practice.
We're talking to Coach Graham Clark in the Graham Clark Coaches Show. So you've been around this a long time. The Copeland kid, you think we'll see him on Saturday somewhere because he's just a junior. So this kid's the deal, and a very good quarterback, obviously 480-some yards passing the football on a rainy, wet night. So and my point of this, you've seen a lot of quarterbacks down through the years. Who does he compare to in games, and like maybe a Joey Matthews at Sevier County, or somebody back down through the history of you coaching DB?
He and Deuce Wallace
remind
me a lot of each other. He's probably a little more mobile than Deuce Wallace. Brian Miller at Science Hill.
Yep.
Who was a little bit taller, maybe not quite as elusive. But I hope he plays somewhere on Saturdays next year. He's an outstanding player, and he's got a bunch of good receivers, and a lot of them are back. So he's a good football player. And on that night, he's the best one we've seen in a while.
There you go. 56-42, the final score. Here's the best part about this. We're going to have more highlights than we've ever had. Even when you lose 56-42, the coaches found a lot of positive things about this football game. So come back with us, and we'll show the highlights. Again, we're at Biggie's right across the Putt Puddle and Stone Drive in Kingsport, and you're watching.
Coach Graham Clark here representing the Associated Orthopedics of Kingsport. Associated Orthopedics of Kingsport's been proudly serving Kingsport since 1953. The only orthopedic group in the area to serve both Holston Valley and Indian Path hospitals. Associated Orthopedics of Kingsport provide team doctors for Dobyns-Bennett and most other area schools. 9 physicians and 2 physician assistants ready to provide comprehensive orthopedic care to you and yours. Sprains, broken bones, joint replacement, hand surgery, the good folks at the Orthopedics of Kingsport can take care of. Orthopedic walk-in service and clinic available Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 4 o'clock. Associated Orthopedics of Kingsport is a proud supporter of Dobyns-Bennett football and here to get you back on the field as soon as possible. They've been keeping me running and moving since 1972. I'm proud to be a part of the Associated Orthopedic team.
Looking for something different for dinner tonight? Then Biggie's is what you want, offering casual dining and always family friendly. Start it off with Thai chili popcorn shrimp or calamari. Biggie's salad is always fresh. Then a hand-cut ribeye or mouth-watering shrimp and grits. Don't forget the raw bar with freshly shucked oysters or clams. Then you top it off with one of their many desserts. So what are you waiting for? Biggie's, 417 Weststone Drive in Kingsport.
If you are buying a home or a current homeowner and just curious about what your refinancing options are, I invite you to call me today. Hi, I'm Russell Street, branch manager for Cross Country Mortgage Incorporated in Kingsport. If you are thinking about financing a home and you don't know what you qualify for, I can help you with no obligations. At Cross Country Mortgage, we work closely with all of our customers from start to finish. Let me put my years of experience to work for you for all of your home financing needs. Visit us again at Cross Country Mortgage at 505 East Center Street in Kingsport. You can call us today at 423-246-2126. That's 423-246-2126. Or visit us at www.crosscountrykpt.com. I can help you with your pre-qualification today.
Cross Country Mortgage, Inc., license number NMLS 3029. Kingsport Branch NMLS 855512. Russell Street NMLS 148950. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Certain restrictions apply. Call for details. Equal Housing Opportunity Lender. To verify licensing, visit www.nmlsconsumeraccess.org.
Welcome back to the Graham Clark Coaches Show. I'm your host, Tom Taylor. Again, every Wednesday, brand new show. Thanks to our producer, Robert Kell. All you have to do is go to TomTaylorSports.com, and there we are. In fact, all the previous Coaches shows are archived there as well. Again, TomTaylorSports.com. And we certainly want to say thanks again to our sponsors, Diane Hills at Southern Dwellings, Brian Hayworth Tire, Associated, say it for me.
Associated Orthopedics of
Kingsport. Dr. Patrick
I'm here to help.
And Cross Country, more than a mortgage, our buddy Russell Street. And we appreciate these folks. And, of course, we're here at Biggie's right across the Putt Puddle and Stone Drive in Kingsport. Coach, our guys, again, you 56-42 final score. Your kids came up a little short on the score, but not without trying. Let's start the highlights package and show that these kids busted their tail all night long for you.
Man, I mean, we got the football and started off house of fire. Cole Maupin, I think it took us 5 plays. That's Cole Maupin to Elijah Dunn.
Wide open.
Nice ball. Elijah had 5 catches on the night. Brett Rogers 6. This would be Cole Maupin to Brett Rogers for 44 yards. Nice catch. A route that was kind of an improv. And then we're going to, looks like, it's going to be a big kickoff return. And we had a couple of big kickoff returns on the night. Bryce Barrett with this one is going to go to the house. Tucker Hall and Quentin Polinsky with big blocks. I'm sorry, doesn't get that one to the house, but he gets a good one.
Absolutely.
And that's what gave us the good field position right there at the start of the game. And so with my excellent skills of technology, there is the first pass of the game that we hit again. So I hope you enjoyed that first pass. It was a good one.
We did it again.
I wanted to see it again. Cole Maupin.
Oh, nice.
On a nice run down in the, gets us down to the red zone area. That looks like it's about a 25-yard run. And we punched the first one in. That one right there, don't think, we missed a field goal. Yeah, we missed a field goal. So here we are on defense, and we had some good defensive plays. This is an excellent one by James Buchanan, reading the screen pass, tackle for loss.
Fought off that tackle.
You know, we played their screen game pretty good. It was their downfield game we didn't play real well. 3rd down and 16. So we got a couple of plays for losses. And what happened to us so many times when we gave up 2 4th down conversions that were killers. This is a 3rd down 16. We look like we're in pretty good shape. And what an amazing catch.
Yeah.
Nope, that's a pass breakup by Bryce Barrett. I'm sorry. Bryce broke that one up. Did not show the next one, the amazing catch, which was a similar type play. This is a little bit later on. Run stopper, Dawson Pearson, Ben Foster, Logan Schaefer. We really did a good job on the run game. We gave up about 131 yards rushing, but they didn't try and run it a whole lot. And with the way Copeland threw the football, especially on big downs, because we had negative yardage situations more than once. Pass break up there by Quentin Polinsky. He gets a rake there late. They ended up scoring, go up 14-7. I think we're back in sequence now. Some would say I've been out of sequence most of the season. And I would completely understand. This was the one that Tucker Hall, Dominique Lyles had good blocks. Quentin Polinsky, a good block. Nice block there. And then Bryce was able to outrun the kicker.
Wow.
And did a great job staying in bounds. So we go to 14-14. And then have a good defensive series. Seemed like we got them stopped twice. The one time we got them stopped, we went 3 and out. The next time we got them stopped, they punted, and it brushed up against us, and they recovered. Maybe we shouldn't have stopped them. Here we go. This is Chris Moore doing a great job getting his hands up, knocking a pass down. Chris, a senior that plays hard for us every week. Really a defensive end, converted to defensive tackle. Again, you'll see a nice play on the screen. Jacob Roller peeling off. You're real close to getting it picked off.
At this point, is rain falling at this point? The camera
Really,
doesn't show
you know
it.
what? Rain fell during the game very little.
Very little.
We had lightning. Every time I put my raincoat on, it quit. I put it on twice, and I took it off both times. I was sweating too much to leave it on. I was sweating like Jimmy Swaggart on Revival Night. No, nice tackle by Brett Rogers. That's a big 3rd down stop right there. Brett not only did some really good things on defense, on offense also. So another nice kickoff return by Bryce Barrett. And again, we're picking some people off. If we don't come off one block, we may have a chance to break that one. So let's get back. We were, I think we were 20 for 36, throwing ourselves. This one is Cole Maupin, good protection to Elijah Dunn. Something we tried to do a little bit later, and that's when they made an adjustment. And then Jacoby Thompson. I can't say enough about Jacoby, man. A turf toe, ran for 136 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 pass receptions, 20-yard gain right there. And we knock it right on down through there. And then Jacoby's going to stick it in behind Ivan Phillips. Nice fullback block. Jordan Malone, Tucker Hall, and Bradley Dorton. Watch Ivan kick that guy out. And we walk in there, and there's a nice knockdown block right there by Grayson Castle, I believe. And this was a strange sequence. Ivan Phillips, I believe right here, is going to come off the edge. They're checking. This was one time. Sometimes you match a check. This time we didn't match a check. We stayed with it. And Ivan came off the edge and got a sack.
Wow. Plus
an intentional grounding, and they ended up with a 2nd and 32 and picked the son of a gun up. You like your chances at 2nd and 32. But two really nice plays by Cole Copeland. Here we go. Cole Maupin, good on the power read. He had some big runs on the power read, and he's big, strong, young, and breaking some tackles himself. And we had 475 yards of offense ourselves with 2 turnovers. Jacoby Thompson behind that offensive line, breaking tackles, coming through, making another big play for us. And, He's going to get another big run here, and boy, he looks really quick on this play. He's going to get another big run, stick it in the zone, and this one ties it at 28 with about 3 minutes left in the first half. Come off that turf toe pretty good on that chest bump right there.
Yeah.
James Buchanan. Another blitzer on. Yeah. There we go. Good hurry. Beats that offensive tackle. And we got some other people chasing him. Unfortunately, we can't get him sacked because of his elusiveness.
Mm-hmm.
He eludes me more than my first wife. And without near as much reason. Let's see. Quentin Polinsky, good read on the screen. Big number 15, outstanding receiver. We get him down.
Carpenter.
Yeah. As I told you, we had some great defensive plays over the course of the night. Double pass, we cover perfectly. Get it knocked down in the end zone. You see they got about a 6-inch height advantage on us, but we just keep fighting. They end up scoring. This is Maupin to Brett Rogers. We're in our 2-minute offensive mode here. It works very well until we get down on about the 9-yard line with 13 seconds left. We had to burn a couple of timeouts because we didn't get the ball out of bounds. Got to do a better job of knowing the situation when we need to gain 2 more yards or when we need to get the ball out of bounds. So Jacoby on a 2-minute O picks up our first down. All right, we're hurrying up. Plus 11 yards here. Cole Maupin to Elijah Dunn. Big pickup. Oh, yeah, we got that one out of bounds. Anyway, we went in at halftime down 35-28 after the turnover. They took a knee on the last play of the half, and then they got it back to start the second half. You're going to hear this play right here is made by Matt Diminick, a sophomore, and Eric Lawson, a junior. Again, we're playing 10 sophomores and juniors on defense. Here we go, 3rd down and 10. We got to get something happening here. This time we're down 42-38 or 42-28 because as you notice, there's only one defensive highlight there. Little screen pass to Jacoby. Then we're trying to pick up the pace a little bit. We're picking up the pace inside at Biggie's right now. Come up, a nice scramble. Brett Rogers, good job coming back to the ball on a scramble drill. Heck of a catch. Makes one miss, smart enough to get out of bounds. Jacoby Thompson, 23-yard run. We had, I know we had over 200 rushing and over 200 passing. And I think on a healthy toe right there, he probably breaks that one. So here we go. We're going to stick it in to make it 42-35. Jacoby Thompson behind Ivan Phillips, Tucker Hall, Jordan Malone, Grayson Castle, Bradley Dorton, Mike Foster. That's just a push contest right there. And we won that push tush. All right. Again, some more defensive highlights.
He looks pretty strong with the turf toe, Coach.
Man, he's
hard.
Great determination.
That's a painful injury, as you
well know.
Great
determination, yes. I had dirt toe. I never had turf toe. We played on a lot of fields that had dirt, especially when I got to college. Ben Foster and James Buchanan, tackle for loss. Ben played extremely hard over the course of the night. And then Phillips and Rower had 13 tackles apiece. So, Maupin to Rogers again. Good job of blocking by Jacoby Thompson. I was impressed as much by his blocking as I was by all the other things he did. You're trying to throw the daggone football, you got to get your backs to block a little bit. Get that shoe tied, we're going to make something happen. Could have been like the Oak Ridge game. Could have asked the official to tie it for us. Here we go. Nice little screen pass. Here we go. Good block by Brett Rogers. And another block by Brett Rogers. And Tucker Hall and Grayson Castle getting down the field. So I believe that one made it 42-35. we did score there, 42-35, then it went to 49. And our defense had a great three-play stand. Little fly sweep there. Ivan Phillips makes the play. You know, I would take a 131-yard rushing night. Our defense was very good against that. Here we go. I'm sure we got more plays run than they did because we had him. We had him for a loss too, doggone it. Buchanan makes the play. We end up getting him down, but, you know, he eludes the first wave. And then this was our only takeaway of the night coming up. So takeaway, a little bit of pressure, but, you know, a ball that Brett Rogers just goes up and gets. He had a couple of chances on balls like that on offense also. And so fourth quarter action. Maupin to Wetzel. Wetzel, another sophomore. 2 catches on the night for 14 yards. Got out of bounds. I don't know if he meant to. He didn't have any choice. They threw him. And we give them the ball back. They had a 16-play drive that took a whole lot of time. We get them stopped right there, and Jacob Roller and Ivan Phillips, one of their 13 tackles. Got in our 2-minute O. We're going to get one on the board here. This is Maupin to Rogers. And that's a Maupin to Jeffers, I believe. And, you know, I love our kids' fight. We came real close to getting onside kick at the end. We got it to the second level. This is a 4th and 21 right here. Maupin to Jordan Jeffers, who, you know, we throw for about 10, and coverage was soft. And this was a great moment for a young man right here. And I know what the score is, but it's a freshman quarterback, Lyndon Redwine. Cole banged his knee up a little bit, and Lyndon stands in that pocket and hits Jordan Jeffers for a touchdown pass. And like I said, we don't get the onside kick, but we fought and scored. We had a couple minutes left there. We thought, you know, if we get that onside kick, we might be able to make something happen and go after another one. But didn't happen. But a heck of a night for those folks that stayed and watched the ball game. With 2 lightning delays, it would have been a good night to paint the stadium. And I totally understand that. The student section stayed. Appreciate them very much. Appreciate those that did stay, because those that stayed were loud. So I appreciate them much.
Football game final score 56-42 in favor of Bradley Central. We'll take a break, come back, and get ready for this week. It's almost like the Southeastern Conference, out of the frying pan into the fire as Bradley Central departs, and in comes the Bearden Bulldogs. We'll talk about that coming up after the break. Diane Cahill says, tell them about this listing at 1215 Watauga Street in Kingsport. Again, the price has been reduced, and again, it's in the historical part of the model city on Watauga Street. 3 bedrooms, 3 full baths, the main level bedroom, a fireplace, 1 car drive in a garage, a den, and a formal area. And again, the price has been reduced. It's on Watauga Street with the new price. Her phone number to get a walkthrough with Diane K. Hills, which is, and she's one of our great sponsors here on the Graham Clark Coaches Show. Her phone number, very easy to remember, 677-3877. 677-3877. Of course, she has more than just this listing, but this is a reduced price in the historical part of the model city on Watauga Street at 1215 Watauga. Of course, her sign, I should say, and the listing agent number is on the sign in the yard. 677-3877. That's one of many she has. And, of course, she does a great job at Southern Dwellings. And their website, by the way, check them out. All their listings, and give her a call. It's southerndwellings.com. So if you see something there that you like that doesn't have her name on it, and the position she's in is, of course, the owner of the company, she'll be more than glad to take you and see any homes they have. And they got a whole slew of them. I'm looking at 4 or 5 pages full of listings here in the recent homes book. Again, her number is 677-3877. Diane K. Hills, Southern Dwellings, one of our great sponsors here on the Graham Clark Coaches Show. Quick break. We'll be right back, and we'll take a look at another big week in the Big East Conference, and also we'll zero in on this week's opponent for the Indians, the Bearden Bulldogs out of Knoxville. Right after this, from Big East across to the Putt Putt and Stone Drive in Kingsport, you're listening and watching the Graham Clark Coaches Show.
Coach Graham Clark here, representing the Associated Orthopedics of Kingsport. Associated Orthopedics of Kingsport's been proudly serving Kingsport since 1953. The only orthopedic group in the area to serve both Holston Valley and Indian Path hospitals. Associated Orthopedics of Kingsport provide team doctors for Dobyns-Bennett and most other area schools. 9 physicians and 2 physician assistants ready to provide comprehensive orthopedic care to you and yours. Sprains, broken bones, joint replacement, hand surgery, the good folks at the Orthopedics of Kingsport can take care of. Orthopedic walk-in service and clinic available Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 4 o'clock. Associated Orthopedics of Kingsport is a proud supporter of Dobyns-Bennett football and here to get you back on the field as soon as possible. They've been keeping me running and moving since 1972. I'm proud to be a part of the Associated Orthopedic team.
Looking for something different for dinner tonight? Then Biggie's is what you want, offering casual dining and always family friendly. Started off with Thai chili popcorn shrimp or calamari. Biggie's salad is always fresh. Then a hand-cut ribeye or mouth-watering shrimp and grits. Don't forget the raw bar with freshly shucked oysters or clams. Then you top it off with one of their many desserts. So what are you waiting for? Biggie's, 417 West Stone Drive in Kingsport.
If you are buying a home or a current homeowner and just curious about what your refinancing options are, I invite you to call me today. Hi, I'm Russell Street, branch manager for Cross Country Mortgage Incorporated in Kingsport. If you are thinking about financing a home and you don't know what you qualify for, I can help you with no obligations. At Cross Country Mortgage, we work closely with all of our customers from start to finish. Let me put my years of experience to work for you for all of your home financing needs. Visit us again at Cross Country Mortgage at 505 East Center Street in Kingsport. You can call us today at 423-246-2126. That's 423-246-2126. Or visit us at www.crosscountrykpt.com. I can help you with your pre-qualification today.
Cross Country Mortgage, Inc., license number NMLS 3029. Kingsport Branch, NMLS 855512. Russell Street, NMLS 148950. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Certain restrictions apply. Call for details. Equal Housing Opportunity Lender. To verify licensing, visit www.nmlsconsumeraccess.org.
And welcome back to the Graham Clark Coaches Show. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host, Tom Taylor. Every Wednesday, brand new show up. Very easy to find. Just go to TomTaylorSports.com. Big thanks to our producer, Robert Kell. Makes this happen every week. Does a great job. And so, again, TomTaylorSports.com is where you can find it. Also, you can go back and watch the old shows, and they're always chock full, just like this week, of highlights. So if you're an Indian fan and want to enjoy the highlights, not just this week, go back to any of the past coaches shows or any of the future shows, and they'll be archived there for an indefinite period of time for you to enjoy. Big East Conference standings heading into this week. Maryville at 4-0, Science Hill at 3-1. Then you get into a log jam. Dobyns-Bennett, Bradley Central, Hardin Valley, and the Bearden Bulldogs all 2-2. Jeff County at 1-3, and William Blount at 0-4. Schedule this week: Maryville travels to William Blount to battle the Governors. Jefferson County will be in Johnson City for Senior Night at Science Hill. Hardin Valley goes to Bradley Central to battle the Bears, and of course the Bearden Bulldogs come to Kingsport Dobyns-Bennett. Looking at Bearden's schedule, Coach, it starts out with the big win. Actually put 80 points on the board the first 2 weeks. 50-7 over Carnes. 30-0 win over Knox Powell. Panthers. Knox Powell. Yeah, Knox Powell. Just went totally blank. It'll come back to me in a minute. Hardin Valley, they lose 41-31. Farragut, 40-9 loser. Beat William Blount in the conference 44-34. Lose to Maryville 41-0. And then last week, or the last time out, they had last week off, they beat Bradley Central. And the final score there was 28-27. So a football team that's, I guess by definition say, a hungry, a 2-2 team, and a dangerous football team.
They've had a week off. They're coming off a big win. A win that they stopped a 2-point conversion next to last play of the game against Bradley Central in a monsoon. A team that attacks in ways that Bradley Central doesn't. They're more of a running team. Inside zone team. They will throw the what we call run-pass options, and quarterback does a nice job with them. He hit 3 against Bradley Central. Big, aggressive defensive line and very big up front on offense. They are a football team that has won some big games, and they've had a couple of nights they didn't play very well. But a team coming off of a 1-9 season last year that, yes, they're very hungry to win football games. We have them at home. It is senior night. We will be honoring 21 senior football players in addition to cheerleaders and spirit shakers. And then, the band has to have another one because they're so daggone big. And they deserve another one, very deserving. But we got to get our heads back up, just like I told our players, guys. We got to go 1 week at a time right now. We got to go 1 week at a time, and if we go 1 week at a time, and do what we can each of those 3 weeks, we can determine where we will end up in our conference. 3 conference games left, and a log jam with 3 of those teams, and 2 of them that we will, we face in the next few weeks. So it's up to us to decide how we're going to bounce back and fight. And this bunch, 2 great days of practice this week, I think they'll bounce back and fight like crazy, and I'm excited to go at it with them again.
Of course, the beauty, too, of your schedule, the last 3 games, 2 of those are at J. Fred Johnson Stadium. That certainly doesn't hurt. Of course, you got Bearden this week, and then you go to Jeff County and come back to end the season, the regular season with Science Hill. So 2 of the next 3 at your place, and, hey, that's what you want to be able to play conference football games at home, right?
So we're going to be there Friday night. It's going to start at 7:30, and if we don't have lightning. And our young men are resilient. They're going to bounce back. I believe in them. I believe in them 100%.
Well, the beauty of the forecast, I checked it before I came over to do the show, and it's supposed to be a very beautiful fall night. It's going to be cool and crisp. It's supposed to be in October, but no rain in the forecast. If there is, it's a slight chance in the afternoon, and it's going to clear out and give us a good night for high school football across Northeast Tennessee. Again, that'll wrap up the Graham Clark Coaches Show this week. Again, a new show each week, Wednesday at noon. And so, again, we'll come back next week and talk about this game and get ready for the Jefferson County preview as well. So, Coach, thanks for your time. Definitely thanks to Big East, because without them we couldn't be here, and all these other great sponsors we have. So the name of the game is to say thank you. Support Diane Hills from Southern Dwellings, Brian Hayworth of Hayworth Tire, Dr. Patrick Riggins at Associate Orthopedics of Kingsport, and Cross Country More Than a Mortgage, Russell Street. And also come here to Big East. I mean, it's a great place, great food. Every time you and I eat, and as you call it, the prettiest redhead in Kingsport, every time you guys have a meal, it's fantastic food, and you can't go wrong having some food at Big East.
We got the prettiest redhead in Kingsport joining us, and the most broke-down tennis pro. So we're excited about both of them being here, and we're excited about being back at J. Fred Johnson Friday night. Roll Tribe.
Appreciate you. Give me some taters.
Got
Appreciate it very much. Again, Head Coach Graham Clark, thanks again for giving us a view and a watch. And, again, thanks to Robert Kell, producer. And, again, new show out every Wednesday at noon. Very simple to find. Just go to TomTaylorSports.com, and there you'll see that show and all the shows archived to go back and watch some great highlights of Indian football. For Robert Kell, for the broke-down tennis coach, for the prettiest redhead in Kingsport, that would be his daughter. And, of course, for Head Coach Graham Clark, I'm your host, Tom Taylor. See you next week. And, as always, we'll tell you, win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching the Graham Clark Coaches Show from Big East in Kingsport. So long, everybody.